TJ Watt's offseason went from a tense contract standoff to a career-defining commitment when the Pittsburgh Steelers finally signed him to a 4-year, $123 million extension. But even bigger than the dollars and guarantees is what Watt is pledging to deliver on the field. His first ever NFL playoff victory. Since arriving in Pittsburgh as a first-round pick in 2017, Watt has cemented himself as one of the game's premier pass rushers. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, and one half of the most fearsome brother duo in football, alongside J.J. Watt. His 22.5 sacks in 2021 tied the single-season record, and his relentless motor and sideline-to-sideline athleticism have made him the heart of Pittsburgh's defense. Yet for all his individual accolades, there's one glaring omission on Watt's resume: a single playoff win. Despite leading the league in sacks 3 times and anchoring a defense that has pushed Pittsburgh into the postseason nearly every year of his career, Watt has never experienced that next step. The Steelers haven't won a playoff game since beating the Colts back in January 2017, a run of 6 straight early exits that looms large over Pittsburgh's modern identity. This extension isn't just about money, Watt explained during a sit-down with Graham Bensinger. It's about erasing that line next to my name that says I've never won a playoff game. That genuinely bothers me. I have to answer for that, because when people say TJ Watt, the follow-up is he's never won in the postseason. That's unacceptable. Watt's frustration is palpable and understandable. He's played on 7 playoff teams in 8 seasons, yet has never lifted the Lombardi Trophy or even advanced past the wild card round. With a resume that compares favorably to any defender in league history, Watson's only missing chapter is postseason glory. This year, Pittsburgh is doing everything in its power to give him that chance. After missing the playoffs in 2023, the front office made seismic moves in free agency and on the trade market, adding future Hall of Fame quarterback Aaron Rodgers, lockdown cornerback Jalen Ramsey, and playmaking wideout DK Metcalf. Together with Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and a deep defensive front, the Steelers believe they have assembled a roster capable of not just reaching, but winning in January. Offensively, Rodgers brings an elite signal caller's IQ and experience that Pittsburgh has lacked since Ben Roethlisberger's twilight years. He'll work alongside a beefed-up offensive line, rookie phenom wide receiver Keenan Allen, and a running game built around Jaylen Warren. It's a complete makeover designed to keep pace with the elite teams in the AFC. Yet, even the flashiest additions mean little without defensive stops when it matters most. Watt knows that all too well. He's seen his efforts derailed by 2-minute collapses, missed assignments, and breakdowns in special teams. Now he's determined to turn those heartbreaks into historic triumphs. Winning a playoff game is motivating me more than anything, Watt said. I've come close so many times, but it's still 0 wins. I'm carrying that weight into every rep this fall. Steelers fans, long accustomed to Tomlin-led regular season consistency, have watched the team stumble in January too many times. Now, with Watt reunited with Rodgers under a coach in Mike Tomlin who has never endured a losing season, the atmosphere is electric and expectant. Watt's new contract isn't just a financial milestone, it's a statement of intent. By banking on him through 2028, Pittsburgh is betting its present and future on his ability to power a defense that lines up the ladder of playoff success. Watt, for his part, is more motivated than ever to justify that faith. We've put the pieces in place, he said. Now it's on us, the coaches, the offense, the defense, to go out and win those games when the lights are the brightest. I can't wait. As training camp kicks off and the preseason looms, Watt's promise hangs over Latrobe. No more early exits, no more postseason frustrations. For the first time in his remarkable career, what really matters isn't the sacks or the Pro Bowl nods. It's finally breaking through that playoff barrier and bringing Pittsburgh back to glory. If Watt has his way, TJ Watt will soon become synonymous not just with elite defense, but with postseason heroics as well. TJ Watt finally got the contract he's earned, a 4-year, $123 million extension with the Pittsburgh Steelers. As training camp opens, Watt has made it clear that his new deal carries one simple mandate: win a playoff game. Since entering the league in 2017, Watt has racked up Pro Bowls, Defensive Player of the Year awards, and a share of the single-season sack record. Yet in 8 seasons with Pittsburgh, he's never tasted postseason victory. In a recent interview with Graham Bensinger, Watt didn't mince words about how much that hurts. Winning a Super Bowl is no doubt motivating me, and winning a playoff game is absolutely motivating me, Watt said. It is something we haven't been able to do since I've been here. I think that's absolutely unacceptable, and that is attached to my name right now. And I have to answer for it. When you say TJ Watt, you say TJ Watt has not won a playoff game. It genuinely bothers me because I'm part of those teams. That resolve is precisely why the Steelers fought to lock him up. Watt's presence has been a constant whenever Pittsburgh has reached the postseason, 6 times in 8 years, even if the team never advanced. Now, with his future secured, he's determined to fill in that glaring omission on his resume. This offseason, the Steelers overhauled their roster around their veteran superstar. They signed Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal, added all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey, and invested heavily on both lines. They believe that pairing Watt's relentless pass rush with a revamped supporting cast gives Pittsburgh its best shot in years to end the playoff drought. Even for a player of Watt's stature, the desire to finally break through outweighs personal accolades. The motivation shifts, he explained. It's no longer about sacks or Pro Bowls. It's about legacy, finishing the job when it matters most. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has made no secret that bringing home that elusive playoff victory is his top priority. He praised Watt's leadership and said the extension sends a message to the entire locker room. Pittsburgh is committed to contending now. Having TJ locked in for the next 4 years is massive, Tomlin noted. He's our captain on defense, and this contract reflects how much we believe in his ability to change games and seasons. For Watt, though, the proof will come on the field in January. Regular season success no longer satisfies on its own. We have to rewrite that narrative, he said. I want to look back on my career and see playoff wins, maybe even a Super Bowl ring. That's why I'm here. As training camp ramps up, all eyes will be on Watt and whether this newly constructed Steelers roster can finally secure that long-awaited postseason triumph. For a franchise and a player defined by excellence on individual Sundays, the real test has always come when the stakes are highest. In that light, Watt's new contract feels less like a cap hit and more like a championship wager, one he's more than ready to cash in.